Hi, my presentation is about effective project management, managing the complexity in the face of uncertainty. I'll talk about traditional, agile, and extreme project management. First, I will give an overview of project management, and then the traditional project management, agile project management, extreme project management, and finally, a comparison between traditional, agile, and extreme project management. The first topic is generally about project management landscape. What is a project and the classification of project, and then the fundamental of project management. Project are something that need to be done, whether it is to find a solution to a critical business problem or to take advantage of an untapped business opportunity. The PM book defines project as a sequence of unique, complex, and connected activities that have one goal or purpose, and that must be completed by a specific time, within budget, and according to specification. So, what is missing from this definition? The definition doesn't focus on the purpose of a project, that is, to deliver value to client or organization. Project management must adapt to the characteristic of the project. One size fits all approach to every project is just asking for trouble. We need to classify projects in order to choose a suitable approach to project management. Project can be broadly classified into four categories based on goal and solution. For example, the traditional project in Q1 has a clear goal and clear solution. This project can be house building or anything that you know what to do and how to do it. The Agile project has a clear goal, but the solution is not clear. And in Q4, the MRC project that had a solution but it doesn't have a goal. That means you have a new great technology and you are looking for an application for that technology. In Q3, the Extreme project, both the solution and goal is not clear. So this is kind of a research project. The PM Book Guide has become the de facto standard for the practice of project management worldwide. The 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas defined in the book are the basis of all project management models. These 5 process groups and 10 knowledge areas are the building block of every project management life cycle, whether it is traditional, agile, or extreme. This table is the mapping between the knowledge area to the process group as defined in the PM book. For example, the scoping process group requires the knowledge of integration and stakeholder, and the planning process group requires every knowledge. Traditional project management is a set of tools, templates, and process for managing projects whose goal and solution are both clearly understood. This is the easiest type of project, and the required knowledge for PMP certification exam. It basically has 5 process groups and 10 knowledge area that you have to master. There are two categories of traditional project management model, that is linear and incremental. The linear model, we have a standard waterfall model and rapid development waterfall model. In the incremental type, we have state delivery waterfall model and feature development model. The primary purpose of my presentation is to compare between traditional, agile, and extreme project management. So I'm not going to talk about every process group and knowledge area in the PM book. Instead, I will give an example of process group 1, that is scoping a project. This is the most difficult and most sloppily executed out of the 5 process groups. Scoping is where most of the project failure originated. Effective project scoping is as much as an art as it is a science. It is a science because tools, templates, process for scoping are precisely defined and documented. It is an art because you have to know your client, you have to know the organization environment, market situation, and adapt to. template, and process to it. As you can see on the slide, there are many tools, templates, and process used to scope a project. Please refer to the PM book for more information. In this presentation, I am going to talk about the condition of satisfaction and project overview statement. The condition of satisfaction is the language of communication between you, a project manager, and your client. You have to remember that your client want may not be what your client need. So your job is to make sure that what they want is what they need, and that you will deliver what they really need, not what they want. This cartoon illustrates what the customer really needs. The customer explained it, and the project leader understood it. A part of it, and the analyst designed it. It's nothing like because the project leader understood it, and the programmer wrote it. Nothing. It doesn't work. And the business consultant described it. It's very beautiful. Document is nothing, almost nothing, and the operation was instant. Part of it worked, and the customer would build a lot of uphill. It would support very little compared to what the customer really needs. Project overview statement is the output of project scoping process. It is an example of project overview statement. It is a standard template that we can use for finalizing project scoping. In the following slide, I will talk about the two categories of traditional project management life cycle model. There are two categories of project management life cycle, that is linear and incremental. The first category of traditional project management life cycle is linear. A linear project management life cycle model has a number of dependent phases that has to execute in a sequential order. There's no feedback loop, and the complete solution is not released until the final phase. Basically, the linear model applies to very simple and short duration projects, and they don't require any skill resource. Very easy on project schedule upfront. The deliverable are produced until the end. When the project is very simple, you can use it. There are two types of linear project management life cycle model: the standard waterfall model and the rapid development waterfall model. In the standard waterfall model, one step is done at a time. The problem and opportunity was defined, gathering requirement, high-level solution design, and then detailed solution design, build and test, and solution test. One step at a time, and the steps follow each other sequentially, no feedback loop. The rapid development waterfall model is very similar to the standard waterfall model, except that in the monitor and control stage, the work is divided into many parallel jobs that can be done in parallel. We call it swim lane 1, swim lane 2, and then after every swim lane complete, integrate swim lane and close project. The second category of traditional project management life cycle is Incremental Bmc Model. This type of traditional project can be divided into several deliverable phases. These type of model are almost the same with the linear model. However, the schedule is more aggressive because the work has been divided into smaller parts, so it is a little bit easier to accommodate to change compared to the linear model, and it produces business value in the early stage of the project. The good thing is you can deliver partial solution to the end user and get their feedback. In this way, we can get the product to market faster. However, it requires more client involvement than linear PMC model. Sometimes it is hard to divide a project into many deliverable stages. Two types of incremental PMC model are state delivery waterfall model and feature-driven development model. This is the example of the state delivery waterfall model. The project has been divided into first stage, second stage, and last stage. Unlike the state delivery waterfall, feature development model develop one feature at a time. The Agile project is the project that has clearly defined goal, but the solution can be from partially unknown to totally unknown. The Agile project addressed new problems and business opportunity that had high complexity and uncertainty. However, the success of these projects are critical to the business. Agile project management model can be broadly classified into two categories, iterative and adaptive. The iterative BMC model divides a project into many iterations. After an iteration, the feedback from customer is gathered to planning for the next iteration. So when divided into many iterations, it is easier for the customer to review it. You can easily adapt to changing in business condition or client requirement. So you use the iterative PMFC model when most but not all the solution is clearly known. You expect a few number of scope change or a lack of client involvement. There are six types of iterative PMFC model. The first type is prototyping. That means you make a prototype every iterative for the customer to review and get feedback and make next prototype. The second type of iterative PMLC model is Evolutionary Development Waterfall model. After we got the requirement, we design a high-level solution. High level because we don't know the solution. We just design it generally, and then we develop detail, version by version, update it until the customer satisfied. The third type of iterative PMLC model is Rational Unified Process Model. In this model, we gather requirement in every iteration, design it, code and unit test it, integration test and implement, give it to customer, get the feedback and begin another iteration following feedback from customer. The fourth type of iterative PMLC model is Dynamic System Development Method. Actually, I don't really understand this model. Please refer to the book if you want more information on this model. The fifth type of iterative PMLC model is adaptive software development. In this kind of model, the solution is not very clear, so we have to speculate it. The customer involvement is not much, so the team have to learn, collaborate, speculate until they can give a pretty good solution. The sixth iterative PMC model is called Scrum. It is quite a very famous model that is used widely in software industry. Basically, the from the idea, the product owner develop and prioritize a list of functionality. We call it a product backlog or planning backlog. Then every sprint cycle, the team complete a part of a project, a part of an idea that can demonstrate to the user, to the client, get their feedback, create a backlog from the feedback, and then sprint meeting again to get a sprint backlog for 30-day sprint cycle. That is some work that the team have to do during the 30-day cycle. There is only one type of adaptive PMLC model. Basically, it looks almost the same to me with the iterative PMLC model. The book said that this is a very powerful PMLC model that can adapt to almost every kind of project, but I really not understand much about this one. So please read more of the book if you really want to explore this powerful PMLC model. Here's the strength, weaknesses, and when to use that. And you can see there's one type of model in this category, that is adaptive project framework. The name already said it can adapt to extreme project, agile project. It's quite very powerful. Here's the explanation about adaptive project framework. It is a very interesting one. Again, please refer to the book. I'm sorry that I'm not good enough to explain it really good and give really good example to you. Topic 4: Extreme Project Management. The extreme project has goal expressed in an ideal state and the solution for reaching that goal is unknown. or sometimes unlikely. Most of the extreme project is research project. There are two types of BMC model. The first model called Extreme Project Management Life Cycle (XPM). This model appropriate for a project that has a goal and it is searching for a solution. Of course, a goal is not clear. It is expressed in an ideal state. The second model called Immersive Project Management Lifecycle (MPX). This model appropriate for projects that have a solution in search of a goal. Of course, both are not clear. Here's the definition, characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses of extreme project management lifecycle. The extreme project management lifecycle is called INSPIRE. At X phase, scope change and plan new phase, long phase. It's almost turning to the beginning. It's like searching to something in a dark room. The immersive project is just the extreme project, but done in backward. The immersive project starts with a solution, and it had no goal. That means you have a great technology, and you are searching for a business value for your organization based on that technology. Technology and requirement comparison between the three types of project management: traditional, agile, and extreme project management. This is the business value comparison between three types of project: extreme, agile, and traditional. The extreme project lay the basic for other projects to gain value. On the outside looking, it looked like the agile and traditional had higher value than the extreme project, but their value is based on the value of the extreme project. This is the comparison between the five project management life cycle model. In the traditional project, the waterfall model and the time and cost is open. You can change the time and cost to complete your project. But in the agile project, the time and cost usually locked and the scope has to be changed to adapt to deliver in time and on budget. In the traditional model, when scope increase, schedule increase to cover the scope. But in the agile model, when scope increase, then we adjust scope to keep the schedule. And finally, different mindset between the traditional and agile approach to project management. Thank you very much.